on a car in the shop, so that is super stressful, but why not? All right, I want to thank Maxxis Tires, Laser Nut, Metal Cloak, Brannick Motorsports, Crown Automotive, Spider Tracks Off-Road, Raceline Wheels, PCI Race Radios, and Tire Right for their support of our 2024 WEROCK season. It has been it's been an awesome one, and we are super excited to cap things off here at the end of the season with the Grand Nationals. So if you guys competed with us this season, you got a personal invitation, but if you didn't get an invitation, don't worry. Get online, get registered, show up. We will do registration. We do registration a little bit. Do we do a couple hours?
I think it's
at the comp site, and then we head down to
downtown for the downtown takeover.
Yeah.
Which I think it's like 2 to 4 or 2 to 3 at the event site, or so in the campground there, or at the courses, and then like 4 to 7 or 5 to 7 downtown. I'm not sure what that'll really look like, but because it's always trying to get everything packed up, headed to downtown Farmington is a little bit tricky. So I think the post that we have out is like 2 to 4 at the courses, and then 4 to 8 downtown there. But it may look a little bit different once we're actually on site.
Yeah, I'll pull that up here real quick. Once again, this year we're going to kick things off with Emma Stansberry. She did an amazing job last year with the national anthem, and we're super excited to have her back and opening both days, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. What else do we have?
Friday night as well, we'll do the series awards downtown on stage.
So whether you're Eastern, Western, or Brannick Motorsports National Champion, those awards will be handed out Friday night. So that is a change from normal. So make sure you tell your friends, and then we'll reach out to everybody as well that is getting a trophy, just so we know who's going to be there and who is not. I know the Mizrax will be there to get their first place trophies.
Coming out for Grand Nationals and Trail Hero in a couple weeks as well. They're leaving everything out there. And whether I have not heard from them if they're coming out to compete or judge, if they're hauling everything. I don't know.
I thought they were bringing a couple of cars and had an open space on the trailer is what
I think
recollect.
I did. So we'll see.
I believe, Veronica, I think you're flying out. Is Eric the one driving? I don't know.
Should have just had Dave take it out as well.
Yeah, so.
On his way back. The Mizrax will be competing, so they'll be out on course, and they'll be there for the Friday night award ceremony.
Yeah. So make sure you guys are downtown for the awards ceremony. Check that out. I think it's going to be really, really cool. We've got some cool stuff in the works for that one. So that's super cool. The other change that we have is we are not running UTV with the regular Sportsman. That will be a Saturday night feature at 6 p.m. And that is the Ultimate Performance UTV challenge there, and that is going to be super cool. They are also doing a barbecue Wednesday night. Thursday night is the Cliffhangers barbecue.
I think they're doing that. Is that at Brown Springs there?
Yes, that is at Brown Springs.
From being at the shop, Bear Automotive shop, they're at the courses or that area?
Yes.
Okay.
And make sure you check out the I don't know. Rick Jenkins has got information. I'm trying to think if that's on the fall crawl.
Which part?
The registration for the cornhole tournament.
Oh yeah, they are doing the the cornhole tournament.
So that'll be Thursday night. Yep. So, the barbecue. Tim says the barbecue is in town and not at Brown Springs. So
that's the Wednesday barbecue.
Oh, Wednesday night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Reading comprehension. Yes, the Ultimate Performance UTV barbecue Wednesday night at Ultimate Performance UTV. So that is going to be just an action-packed week. There's so much stuff going on. It's
there's events every day starting Monday, and there's trail rides later in the week, and then we'll cap everything off with competing for Grand Nationals.
Yes, yeah. So that is going to be very, very cool. So we are super excited for all of that. Tuesday night, the meet and greet is looks like it's at the entrance to the Glade. So right down at the bottom there, that is going to be very cool as well. So there's so many things to do. The other thing to let you guys know is that the Ultimate Performance UTV challenge there in the comp area Saturday night, that registration is open, and there is a UTV selection on there to get signed up for that. We still have not published the exact rules for that one, but it will follow all of the standard UTV class requirements as far as seatbelts, DOT helmet.
2 fire extinguishers, DOT helmet, the 4-point harnesses, and then as long as the cage looks good, I think stock cages are allowed.
I'll have to read the rules. It seemed like the issue with the stock cage was that it didn't have provisions for the seat belts. It's been a little bit since I've looked at the UTV rules. It would have been last year for Oklahoma, I think, when we really got in depth with those. So I don't know that I've been in the rules since then. So I've slept many times and possibly had a few beverages in between too. So we will double check on the rules. But the course layout for the UTV side is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more RC car style, so that the obstacles will be, you don't have to do them in order, and you can pick the ones that work best for your setup. So if you got a long wheelbase,
it's not going to be.
You don't want to do a super sharp breakover one, but hey, if you got a 2-seater, that might be a really quick one to hit.
And really, with that bonus land kind of style, you're not necessarily like penalized for hitting a cone. You know, it kills that gate, but you can move on to the next one. So it's not going to be such a tight game. It's just going to be about who can do the most gates in the allotted 10 minutes time. So you'll still have the 10 minutes, but you will have the freedom to go after any gate on course. And since it's an open class, if you have a UTV, 2-seat, 4-seat, single seat, rear steer, you're going to have your choice of all the gates to figure out which one's going to work best for you and go for the right one. Yes.
Raceline wheels will be on site. They will be downtown Friday, and they'll be with us all weekend out at the comp site as well. Salinas Burritos will have Mexican food all weekend long, is also catering the competitor dinner Saturday night. Red Hot Cuisine will be there, the Purple Cow Cafe, shaved ice, beef jerky, and I know we've got a couple other people that are interested in coming out too. So lots and lots of food. It's going to be a great weekend for hanging out in the Glade and watching some incredible rock crawling. It is the courses there are crazy, so we always look forward to that. Don't forget that we will have the banner raffle.
Yep.
So we will be raffling that off Saturday night. So that will be fun at the dinner, and the proceeds will go to the Junior Diabetes Foundation breakthrough. So we're super excited about that as well. Other things that we're like really, really excited about. We got our new Farmington merch in, so make sure you guys stop by and pick up all the cool merch.
Yep.
We will have what's left over at Trail Hero as well, so if you don't make it there, but make sure that if you're at Trail Hero, you come find us in the vendor area as well.
Yep.
So,
and also going back to Raceline, we mentioned that a little bit ago. Have our nice props set up here. For the judges, we will be pulling raffling the
Saturday night.
Yep.
We will we'll pull. So if you judged with us, I know Jeff.
He's judged from West Virginia, Tennessee,
and
Pennsylvania. So he has 3 entries to win a set of Raceline wheels. Any other judges that have judged with us this season have also been entered on each event you judged in, along with t-shirts, any merch or anything from the teams that we have to give away for judges. We also have from Pennsylvania, from Maine.
Yep, Mo.
What's the full name? I can't remember. He did some really cool WEROCK wind spinners. Those are also being given out to judges. We get you lunch both days, drinks. Make sure you guys keep cool. And we are always still looking for judges. The more we have, the easier the weekend goes, the quicker it goes for everybody. So we'll do our best to take care of you. So if you have anyone that wants to judge, or if you are judging, make sure that you've gotten in contact with us, and we get you the ticket in, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff Sunday once we're all done.
Yeah. Yes. So if you are interested in judging, or you've signed up or got online and said that told Rick Jenkins that you're coming, make sure you email us, send us a message, however you want to get a hold of us. And then I will get you the information, the link to the judges video, and then just all the information about when and where to be. And
Saturday, 8 a.m. judges meeting, 9 o'clock drivers meeting, and the national anthem at 10, and start time at 10 as well.
Yep. So it is going to be an amazing weekend. It always is. It's such a blast out there. Rick Jenkins and the whole club, they do a phenomenal job putting on a great event all week long leading up to Grand Nationals, and it is just, it's a lot of fun. So if you guys have not been out there before, highly recommend it. Tickets are available. We do have the discount code working right now on tickets for that, which are WEROCK 24 GN.
Is it WEROCK GN 24?
No, it's WEROCK 24 GN.
So WEROCK 24 GN, WEROCK 24 Grand National.
Yeah. Right. So spread that around. Let everybody know. The best way to save 20% off of your ticket price is to get them early and use that discount code. So. Yeah, that's going to be super fun. So I'm, as always, very, very excited. And those guys put on such a great event. Downtown is a ton of fun and really, really cool. So be there and check it out for sure. All right. What else? We sort of just ran through a whole bunch of stuff and kind of vomited about
Grand
Nationals. But it is. Let's talk a little bit about the courses. So right off the bat, Grand Nationals is different than any other WEROCK event. How is that different? I guess why is it harder to win? Why, what makes Grand Nationals first of all?
Well, I mean, it's not tied into any series. This is a one-off event. This is your last chance to be on the WEROCK podium. And New Mexico is, I think it's probably one of the biggest, the tallest, comp areas that we compete on. Baghdad is a very hard, very technical. It's got good, it's got really good traction there as well, and it's a very hard comp site. But Grand Nationals in Brown Springs there, it's just some really big climbs, really big drops, and I mean we've been going there for many years, so it's a lot of it's it's been done before, so the challenge is figuring out a line that's, we haven't done before. So it's you're gonna get some big side hills in there. You're gonna have the big drops and the big climbs.
Yeah, and the way that things are usually laid out, most of the pro courses are on the big faces, and the sportsman courses usually run up on top. Is typically how we've been setting that up. So there is a little bit of up and down. All of your food vendors and restrooms and everything are down right at the bottom, where you can watch everything very easy. I'm excited to see what we come up with the shootout this year. I think is going to be really, really cool. I know you've been pondering on what section of rocks you want to use, and
not in the bowl this year as that's what we ran last year. But towards kind of Money Pit area, which we were in there 2 years ago for the shootout. But I'd like to try and figure out something on that front face there, right up front, next to Money Pit, and the bowl's kind of in the back there. But I'm thinking somewhere in there. But it's always it's a tricky kind of area since we've been going there for so long. There's so much big stuff. And we keep pushing and we keep pushing, and the drivers are doing it. I mean, we've had some really big climbs and we've had some really big drops, and I don't think anything's been left undone. Yeah,
I don't know, Josh, if you're on, he'll probably correct me, but let's see, the Greg McNeil, that wall that he broke on there. I don't know the story on if that's been climbed or not.
I feel like I've heard talk of that big wall being climbed, but I know we had that as a line 2 years ago as an after the fact bonus, and Jesse, Dana, Daniels, I believe, and then they went and tried that climb on course and wasn't able to make it, and then a bunch of guys after the event was done, Greg McNeil, who's Brunwasser spot, Isaac Overwright in his
Isaac
his
was
pro mod
really close.
Was really close. Tyler tried to shoot it in his pro mod. A lot of people tried it, and it's not. We haven't seen it done recently. We've just had hearsay that it's been done in the past. But pretty much, I mean, if there's been a line that's you can look at there, somebody's probably done it, and so that makes it a little bit tricky to set courses. To keep it new and make it interesting for the guys that are locals that come out and compete, or guys that have been coming to Grand Nationals for a while. But I know Pennsylvania, it's a very old comp site, and everyone was like, well, we've kind of outgrown the obstacles there. The cars are all able to do it, and I was able to set some really challenging courses there.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think I'll take some of that and take some of that view going into Grand Nationals there and figure out what I can come up with. But I know hopefully we'll have some pro mods, and that'll be fun to see what the pro mods are able to do as well.
Yeah, that's going to be super cool. So I have not pulled the registration, the online registration, to check and see who's signed up so far, but we've had a lot of talk, about who's coming, and it looks like it's going to be probably another huge car count out there for the weekend. So it should be a great show,
I know,
a lot of fun.
We should have in the Pro Mod George and Laura. They commented earlier that they were getting prep done on the car.
Yep.
We should have Kevin and Caitlin, Braxton and Josh Pat, I think, are going to be in the Pro Modified class.
Yep.
And then we'll see how the Unlimited field shakes down.
Trail. Because the rumor is that Tyler Harper is supposed to be in the Unlimited class.
Yeah.
So there's another name in the hat that's not normally in Unlimited. So that'll be awesome to see what he can do with an Unlimited car. So I don't know what we have for Pro Trail.
I'm assuming we'll have Brett and Matt Dickey.
Yeah.
There's, it's crazy because we go out to, when we're setting up there all week, we're driving up and down out of the wash into town, and the amount of 2-seat portal cars that are there for Fall Crawl.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
we'll pass probably 42 seat, 40 like what would be pro trail cars.
yeah, that fit
So-
the pro trail class, and I mean, and they're out there. We just need them to come over and compete. I mean,
Yeah.
fire suit, helmet,
Yep.
fire extinguishers,
and a window net.
and the window net, and come out
And they're
and
pretty
compete.
much ready to go. So.
Yep. I know a few years ago we did have a big group with Jake Bowen and Dana Daniels, but a big group of kind of locals, or I'm not even locals, but just those guys that were out trail wheeling. They decided to come out and compete, which I think they ran in the unlimited class, which now we have a class pretty much
Specifically
dedicated
for their cars, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that the Pro Trail cones are. Did we decide I think they're 8 inches wider, so they are 110 inches in between.
Yep. So
Between the cones,
you're
so-
gaining more, more room because I think a typical Portal 2-seat trail car is like an 86-inch wide outside of tire to outside of tire. So, 102-inch gate gets a little narrow, give you a little bit more room along with the typical 54-inch wide chassis. You have that little bit more room for those gates.
But you're still running the.
You're still on the big courses, the
running
big
the big
obstacle.
courses.
You're gonna run, pretty much the same. You'll be on the same course as the Unlimited, but you'll just have the wider gates to give you a little bit more room in that bigger car. The Element fire extinguishers, we are not allowing those. They are not a viable extinguisher to run in WEROCK. You have
Yeah.
to have.
I think calling them a fire extinguisher is giving them a little too much credit.
Fire
they're-
dowser-ish.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, unfortunately, the Element fire extinguishers are not legal in WEROCK. You can have one on the vehicle if you would like, but 2 small fire extinguishers is what we recommend. We also, thanks to Tom Campbell with Rock Crawlers for Christ, we do have the cold fire extinguishers at every course as well. Speaking of that, I don't know where this came from. How that happens with me. Squirrels. We'll have Wayne Mortensen with the E-Rocker, I believe, should be there. So that'll be exciting.
And I think that'll be a really good place to really see how that electric delivery system compares to, the Ecotech, EcoBoost that we're seeing in the limited class. There's gonna be those big climbs in Farmington that it really comes down to how far can you throw the car up a hill.
Yeah.
And so it'll be really interesting to see how well that car really does on a horsepower climb. Is it gonna be able to have that smooth delivery that he's able to tune in, and I mean that instant torque to really throw the car at a climb, or are we gonna see it kind of hard to get that smooth delivery without burning the tires off because you do have that instant torque? And that's really gonna come down to he needs to come out, he needs to put tires on that sandstone and see how much he can really push.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna,
and there are some really weird nuances that are very specific to Farmington as well. So there's a lot of home court advantage there that, really understanding how to drop there is a little bit different.
It's because you're not typically, dealing with too much of a breakover.
Yeah.
It's all about how stable the car is and how well it's able to not break traction. You don't want to do a drop in front wheel drive only.
Yeah.
You see it like a lot of times on the East Coast where you're doing a big drop off where it's a breakover angle.
Yeah.
You can drop it in front only and use the rear to try and hang the car, but you really want to be in four-wheel drive at Farmington to keep the tires, the car kind of locked to the ground. You don't want it to slide at all. As soon as it breaks traction.
It starts to make marbles underneath of it.
You get that sandstone, that top layer peels off, and you get, as the day goes, there's more sand and more sand. I mean, when we're setting up, I can walk up and down one of the rock faces, and Saturday night when I am resetting courses, I can't walk on it anymore because there's so much sand that's been, rubbed off or tracked onto it that it's hard to walk on once you get more people running on that face, because it just has that buildup of sand that acts like marbles as it slides down.
Yeah. So having that home court advantage out there, I think, either competing there a lot or having that in your backyard, I think that's a pretty good advantage out there too. So it's always fun to see the locals come out and have a really good shot at, mixing it up with the pros. Even if you haven't run all season, come out and mix it up. So
it doesn't matter. If you've run with us all season, you've never run with us, Grand Nationals, you can come out, you can run, and you can try and beat, the top names in WEROCK.
Yeah. All right. So before we jump off for this week's WEROCK Wednesday, Steve Marquardt was asking about Trail Hero and how that is going to work. So I've sent the email to Joel to get the registration put together for that. It is a $50 registration. It will be pre-registration only. We will not do day of stuff there for that Friday, but we're going to run 3 courses, 3 pro courses and 3 sportsman courses. And we will announce as soon as I get confirmation that link is working. We're going to announce that in the WEROCK Competitors Forum. So we'll put out we'll post that on Facebook and Instagram on where that link is located, and you do have to be a part of the WEROCK Competitors Forum in order to get first dibs on that. After the first couple days, we will take that public, and then everyone else will be able to get fill in those last few spots. 20. What were we doing? Was it 12 and 12?
I think 12 in the pro side and 12 on the sportsman side.
Yep.
The other thing that we were looking to do at Trail Hero, though, is when we get on site, we were looking to go set a WEROCK course up on the rocks, probably right as soon as you come out of the tunnel. That goes directly into Nasty Half, probably somewhere right up there outside the tunnel. We will have a open to the public WEROCK course.
Yeah. So we'll set the courses or set cones, and then we'll put a little placard there to let people know. So you can pull up to the first one, set your timer on your phone, and attempt to drive through there, and you and your friends can judge or whatever. But a super low pressure way to kind of feel what it's like to be
on a rock crawling course.
Yeah, without the pressure of all the rules and all the other things. So
if you guys are out there trail wheeling, or like just say, all right, we got a group of 5 of us here. Let's let's go run. Let's go see who can get the best score on this WEROCK course, and it's just going to be sat there. I think hoping to have it there all week, so anyone can enjoy it. Hopefully, we'll be able to have once you've run it, to help reset the course. But I'm sure things will get knocked over, and it happens. So it's not going to be it's not going to be a professional setting. It's going to be just it's there, have fun, and run it.
Yeah. So that's going to be another thing that's super exciting that's coming up to round off the end of the season. So we're working hard trying to come up with our 25 schedule, trying to get all of those dates locked in so we can get that out to you guys as soon as possible as well. So it is a very, very busy time of year, especially trying to get Grand Nationals put together. But yeah, we are super excited, and it's going to be a good time. So guys, make sure that you get your WEROCK Grand Nationals merchandise. And for all the competitors, if you guys have, if you competed with us at all this year, we will have your competitor shirts available out there as well. So stop by and pick those up.
Nationals, and then we'll also have them at Trail Hero if you are missing out at Nationals.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, with that, it is 7:30. I'm gonna go back to work in the studio here, trying to finish up a skid plate on a Jeep Wrangler JL. So, one of those. Not often you get to do custom fab on a brand new Jeep, but that's pretty nice. So something a little out of the box. Ashley, yes, you can. We are selling shirts at Grand Nationals, and let me get those up on the website so that you can purchase those directly from the website, and we can ship those out directly to you guys as well. Or if anyone is coming out from your neck of the woods, feel free to send money with them too. So, yeah. All right, well, very cool, guys. Thank you for jumping online with us this week, and I know we threw a lot of information at you guys for Farmington, but just know, get there as early as you can. There's stuff going on all week, and it's so much fun. The club does an amazing job. Rick Jenkins and all the guys that are a part of that. It takes an army to put on all the stuff that they have going on, and then we get to cap it off with Grand Nationals. So, and
yep,
see how we try and top last year.
Next week we will our Wednesday live will be from Farmington there, Brown Springs. We will be at the courses setting up. So if you are around there, feel free to stop by. If you're out there wheeling the week of, we will see you Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. Be safe getting to Grand Nationals. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I hope you guys get out, do some wheeling, enjoy family time and everything together. So we're going to try and sneak into the mountains for a day or two and enjoy just a little bit of R&R as we get prepared for Nationals. So it's going to be a great time. You guys